let's just get into it.
At Joe Biden, who probably is working with half the IQ that you and I have, if you listen to Joe Biden's tape, he convicts himself. He says, I told the president of the Ukraine, if you don't dismiss this guy, you're not going to get your $1.2
All right, so that's what you're saying Biden said to the Ukraine. Did you ask the Ukraine to...
Okay, so you guys can probably hear Rudy just try to smear Biden, and this is like around the same time when the whistleblowers came out, and here's the news article related to this. So Trump to Ukraine, no aid unless you smear Joe Biden. So you can see like two illegal things happening here. First, this thing, and the second, which we will get into, but it's really interesting. Even though this news source isn't that trustworthy, it's coming out like right on the same day when Rudy Giuliani talked about talked about Biden and his alleged things in Ukraine. And he could just, I mean, he didn't need to talk about like that because that's not even true. If you want to smear Biden, just go here, joebiden.info. There's tons of things that you can, smear him with. Look at these pictures. And if you want to look at some quotes, it's like disgusting. And then you look at his policy, I mean, against gay marriage, for mass incarceration, against abortion rights, for the Iraq war, against school busing. And you guys may remember his short quip against Kamala Harris related to busing. And then, I mean, aside from his racist quotes, you can just look at his policies, his behavior among children, and then, the hypocrisy right here. Anyways, getting back to the interview, we just heard Rudy Giuliani talk about the alleged Ukraine Biden thing, which doesn't exist. He's just making this up, and Trump told Ukraine to smear Joe Biden. So we have more confirmation here. And then if
Joe Biden. No, actually, I didn't. I asked the Ukraine to investigate the allegations that there was interference in the election of 2016 by the Ukrainians for the benefit of Hillary Clinton, for which there already is a court
never asked
finding.
anything about Hunter Biden. You never asked anything about Joe Biden.
The only
and his
thing
role
I
with the
asked about
prosecutor.
Joe Biden is to get to the bottom of how it was that Lutsenko, who was appointed, dismissed the case against Antac.
So you did ask Ukraine to look into Joe Biden?
Of course I did.
You just said you didn't.
No, I didn't ask him to look into Joe Biden. I asked him to look into the allegations that related to my client, which tangentially involved Joe Biden in a massive bribery scheme,
Rudy,
not unlike what he did in China.
Rudy,
you explained to me how the kid got $1.5 billion
Rudy,
from China.
I have no problem with you launching allegations, but just be careful about what you say. I asked you, did you ask Ukraine to look at Joe Biden? You said no. Then you went on to say that you did.
No, I didn't say
recorded.
That. What I said was this. I asked them to investigate the allegations that relate to the false charges against the President of the United States. Those allegations tangentially involve Biden.
So your answer should have been yes.
Let me finish, Chris. Let me finish.
Go ahead.
And don't...
Okay, so you guys saw that. I mean, he just goes crazy after this. There's no point listening to him now. And then you look at this. I mean, he tweeted this. Again, a president telling a president-elect of a well-known corrupt country he better investigate corruption that affects US is doing his job. Maybe if Obama did that, Biden family wouldn't have bilked millions from Ukraine and billions from China being covered up by corrupt media. Now, as this guy so aptly points out, it is against the law to extort a country and to do so affect the outcome of an election. Alright? So, I mean, this is just plain and simple. And, I mean, I know that we're living in a crazy timeline, but this is something that I thought I should report on, since the only thing I saw was the CNN interview, and they didn't even talk about